Yes, Master and crew, back once again with another video, and today we are going to do a comparison between the Akai S3000 and the S2000. So I'm going to create a beat on the Akai S3000 first of all, and then next I'm going to transfer that file and play it back, and then I'm going to transfer that file onto the Akai S2000. So without further ado, let's get into it, guys. So as you can see here, I've got all the channels on the RME Total Mix, right? And this is pretty confusing for when you first get it. I do love my RME sound card. Load up Renoise. This is Renoise 3.31. I don't know why. Recently, I've just had to literally put my password in every time I run Renoise. I don't know. Comment down below if you guys have recently had any of those issues with your setup, because it's very odd. Okay, so we've got the Renoise here. Now I'm going to configure this so that the outputs are feeding through. I've got a MIDI interface as well. It's a custom one that I bought off of eBay, and it literally allows me to switch between my RME output and my Amiga outputs. So you can see it there. So at the moment it's switched to RME. So when I'm using my Amiga, I can literally just flick a switch and it will feed all the MIDI into here. Or if I'm using my RME using Renoise, I flick the other way and it will feed into here, which is really cool. Okay, so let's get this going. So we've got an instrument here. We need to configure this to MIDI, right? So let's grab that, and then we're going to go output device, port number 1. Now, as you can see straight away by doing that, I'm getting a signal here, and that's that. Do I have a signal on this one? No, so I probably have to turn on another gadget to be able to feed the MIDI through, because the MIDI is supposed to be coming through on all devices. Now this is either before my S3000 or it's after it. Alright, so let's turn on another one. There you go. Okay, so it's after it. So that probably means that this can be switched off. I'm gonna do a video on the EMU coming up soon. So as you can see. Right, so now we have got the tone program playing out of here, which we don't want. Right, now we're set. We're gonna get this thing going, guys, and we're gonna smash it now. Okay. A lot of people have been asking how to set this up, so let me just do it one time. So you move that to you can do single actually. Right, single, edit, and then select your Amen. That's solo. It's kind of like a solo, listen solo. You can turn that on actually, so just so you know. And then it's set to what MIDI channel? It's actually set to MIDI channel 2. So let's move it to MIDI channel 1. Wicked. So we got that all set up, right? So now we're going to program a beat on here, old school style. Right, so we want to put that about 168, which is roughly old school tempo, 168. Okay. So now we put the metronome on because this is old school style. Okay. Alright, so I want to go faster than that, right? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into the Akai and I'm going to adjust the actual tone program speed. So I'm going to go into key group, go to sample 2, there you go. And then I'm going to change this so it says all. Yeah. And then I'm just going to play the keyboard, yeah. And while I play the keyboard, I'm going to turn this transpose until it's a little bit faster. And the thing is, because I've selected all, that means that it's going to do all the tracks, right? Right, so let's make the block about 20 just to like get it right. This is kind of like proper emulation Amiga style. Right, a little bit quick now. So it's a little bit quick. So now we're going to fine tune it, right? So let's get onto here and let's fine tune it. Right, I'm gonna tighten it a bit more now. Let me just work on the start point a little bit here. And then we're going to do on the fourth one of this, I'm just going to do another key group. There we go. So back to the Akai. So now what we do now, right, is we then go to edit, and then we go into here, and we're going to just need like a snare. So let's find the snare. So what we have to do is let's respan that. So open the key range all the way up. And take off constant pitch, because we want it to be able to be like a... Okay, so we got that. Now, let's get a little 808 kick drum and throw that in there now. So I've got to find an 808 on this library here somewhere. There you go, there's our kick drum. Okay guys, the beat is all programmed and ready to go. As you can see on the mixer, I've got the Akai S3000 strung up into audio track number 9. And I'm going to do a comparison between the Akai S2000, which is here, which I'm going to have to string up in a bit so we can use it, and also Akai S3000 which is ready to go. So that is going to be wired into there, and then the S2000 is going to be wired into another track with exactly the same settings. So what I'm going to do now, as you can see, it's wired in here on channel 9. I've turned off all EQ settings. The pan's a little bit off there. I want that dead center, as you can see there, dead center. Right, so I've got that there set. Everything's looking good. Right, there's no extra EQ. I've turned off all low pass and all mid pass. That's all gone. So it's just a straight flat channel. I'm going to bring these down as well. There's no effects on this channel here, as far as I can see. No effects on that channel at all. So everything is cook and curry, ready to go. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to play the track. I'm going to run Adobe Audition over here. I'm going to hit record in Adobe Audition, play this, and have the input coming all the way out of here into my audio interface, and then from there into there. Okay guys, that was the Akai S3000. Now we've got to set up the Akai S2000 and see what that sounds like. Guys, I'm going to be putting the sounds for download on the Samploids website once this is all done. I'll make a little pack up and I'll package all of the samples and even an HXC file for you guys who are Akai heads like me who want to experiment with this, and you'll be supporting the channel if you buy the pack. Now I've got to set up the Akai S2000. Okay, now what I've got to do is find a MIDI cable. So we're going to put this into the MIDI in. There we go. The RME out, MIDI port 2 to the MIDI cable. Okay, so now I've got to put the system disk in here because it needs to boot from the system disk. So I have an HXC system disk on USB. There we go, pop that in there. You see it comes up operating system OS 2.0. Then it goes for a little boot sequence. This sampler won't boot up without an OS2, by the way. Okay, so that's all booted now. I'm gonna pull this out, pop that there, and then grab our USB out of here from the S3000XL, pop that into here. So let's select our blank disk number 2 from here. Blank discs, there we go, number 2. Then go load floppy, and then go. Clear memory, yes. All right, so that's going to load exactly the same program and everything all exactly identical into the sampler. Okay, so that's all loaded in. So now all we have to do is connect it up. So I've got this cable here, lovely. In the back there, we've got the mono out. Pop that there, grab the cable. I'm going to remove number 2. As you can see, pop that to one side, pop this in where number 2 was. Channel 2 here should be the same. Hit that, make sure there's no EQ. Everything's good. Panning is dead center as well. Levels are pretty much looking the same. Audio inputs, exactly the same EQ. Okay, we are ready to rumble. Click on this and then change MIDI port to 2. Right, we've got the MIDI port. Now hopefully this should just play now. Well guys, there you have it. The samplers back to back, Akai S2000 and Akai S3000. I'd really like to know what you guys thought about it. I really want to know if you guys noticed any difference in the sound. I found it very slight, not even difference, but distinction between the two. Comment down below, let me know what you think. Are they identical or is there a slight distinction between the two? They're both just as fat as each other. As you can see, I believe they both got the same engines inside the old steam train. What do you reckon, guys? Please like, share, subscribe and share this video to some experts and get their opinion and comment down below. Take care, God bless, peace.